Hey everyone, it's Bethany and I'm here going live today to talk to you as we are on Christmas week. We are here. We have arrived at the pinnacle of our holiday season with Christmas and New Year's. This is a prime time where people really struggle to keep it together with their health and wellness goals and really sometimes use this as an excuse to just go off the rails. And, New Year's is right around the corner, and that's the time where people begin to focus again on their health and wellness goals. But there's no reason why you can't enjoy the holidays, as we've been talking about for the last, I don't even know, it's been over a month now, guys. We've been talking about how you can still enjoy the holidays but maintain those health and wellness goals and not go off the rails and not feel guilty once the new year comes. So I hope you all have some awesome things planned for this week. This is the prime 2 weeks where a lot of people have the family gatherings and the parties and the things to go to. So I know I talked a little bit about it on the blog last week, and if you haven't caught that, it's available on the page, the link to the blog. And also if you just go to zellbeing.com, you can read that blog from last week where I went into some detail on tips for your holiday parties. And so I am back this week I want to reinforce and draw out a few more that we talked about specifically in the monthly workshop a few weeks ago. So my number one tip, I'm going to give you 4 tips right now. These are the most pressing things as you're about to go through these holiday parties. Number 1, do not skip meals leading up to a party. And you know what I'm talking about. It's like, you're going out to that big fancy dinner, or you're going to the office party, or you're going out for the last day of work gathering. And so you're like, I'm not going to eat anything else all day. I'm just going to wait until I get there and go crazy. And you're doing yourself a huge disservice. You're setting yourself up when you're walking in that door, you're already at the point of famish. You're hungry. So you're better off eating normally throughout the day. Don't save up those calories, because eating them all in that one sitting, so to speak, at a party it's gonna make you overeat. When you go in there starving and there's so many options that you're not used to having around your own home, oh my goodness, that's where we go crazy. And if we haven't been eating all day long in preparation for it, we use that as an excuse to eat everything. So don't skip meals. That's number 1. And while you're not skipping meals, number 2 is throughout that day, even though you're going to eat your normal meals, just be double sure that you're getting a good dose of fiber and any nutritional benefit, as much as you can power pack into the day leading up to the fact that you're going to go to a party where you don't know maybe what's going to be offered. So you don't know what will be in the food that people have made or prepared, and you'll basically be at the mercy of whoever the host or hostess is and what food they're providing. So if you know that you've kind of protected yourself or girded yourself up with some extra nutritional boost throughout the day and extra fiber fills you up and makes you feel satisfied. So you're not going to walk into those parties starving. So eat normally, just like you would on a normal day, but make sure you're getting extra fiber to make you feel full and satisfied so you don't walk in hungry, and boost those nutrients to give you the nutritional support that you'll need, because you don't know what nutritional support you might get from the food that's being offered at the party. Number 3, once you get to the party, start with the veggies. I always start with the veggies, the healthy foods. Start with what you don't have to feel guilty about. Start with the simple things that will fill you up. If you didn't get enough fiber during the day, you can do that right when you get to the party by hitting that veggie tray first and stocking up your plate with the healthier options that are available. And then after you wait a little while, give yourself 15-20 minutes to socialize after you've girded yourself up with the healthiest options that are available. And then if you're still feeling hungry, go back for something else. But I always suggest starting with a plate of fresh fruit or veggies, because most of the time, 9 times out of 10, every party has the basic veggie or fruit tray. And that leads me to step 4, which is, if you're really not sure and you don't feel confident or comfortable, bring a dish to share with someone. Bring a dish that you're not going to feel guilty about. If you want to sample some of the sweets and the treats and things that you're not real clear of what's in them, that's great. but you'll at least have a dish that you can fall back on without guilt, and you can go back for seconds or thirds, or comfortably knowing that what you've put into that dish. So you know all the ingredients, you know how it fits in with your nutritional food plan. And if you bring something, a clean eating dish, as we've been talking about all this time, you never know who you'll introduce to that way of clean eating. So you're also providing that new dish for someone else to try. And, obviously you have to consider whether or not you're going to a formal sit down dinner. Obviously you don't want to offend anybody by showing up with food when they've prepared a ton of things. But if you are going, to one of those potluck type things, or a place where there's going to be a buffet of food, you can offer to just take a little burden off the host or hostess by bringing something healthy to share with everyone else. And you're sharing that gift of health with maybe people who've never tried something. So be daring, be an example, and protect yourself all at the same time by bringing your own dish that you could feel confident about, that you don't have to feel guilty going back for seconds or thirds. So those are just some practical on the ground, where the rubber meets the road, practical tips for parties that you might face this holiday season. And, we're coming right into it with Christmas and New Year's. This is the time where people gather. So I just want to invite you all to have an amazing, amazing holiday season, a holiday week. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. And I hope that, instead of focusing on all the things you can and can't have this week, I hope you'll have time to make some wonderful memories that go way beyond wellness and help us in so many ways, exponentially more than the food choices that we make are those relationships and the things that we do to support our mental health through this season, which can be very hard for a lot of people. So if you are struggling, reach out and talk to somebody. And I hope that you're not having to face these holidays alone. And if you are, just comment below, say hey, and I would love to connect with you this week or next and see how we can walk it together in the new year. But for now, I just want to say thanks for following. Thanks for being here for the healthy holidays. And I wish you all a fantastic holiday week.